Tens of thousands of Georgians staged demonstrations last spring against the government's foreign agent law, dubbed the Russian law by its opponents after similar legislation long used by Moscow to silence dissent. The protests evolved into a battle for Georgia's future. The opposition pinned their hopes on the October general election, but the ruling Georgian Dream Party won with over 53% of the vote. Monitors accused Georgian Dream of overseeing widespread vote rigging, which it denied. Protesters returned to the streets.
I just want us to move towards Europe and not back to the hole where we just got out.
The government launched a brutal crackdown on the protests and suspended European Union accession talks. Washington, in turn, suspended its strategic partnership with Georgia. Prime Minister Irakli Kobakidze was unrepentant.
We are absolutely committed to fully neutralizing the radical opposition.
Moldova, another former Soviet republic, also held a bitterly fought presidential election in October. Despite widespread evidence of meddling by Moscow, the pro-European incumbent Maya Sandu won the November second round with 55% of the vote.
Today, dear Moldovans, you have given a lesson in democracy.
In neighbouring Romania, the far-right candidate Calin Georgescu, who opposes Western aid for Ukraine, scored a shock first-round win in November's presidential election, despite pre-election polls indicating that he would receive a single-digit portion of the vote. But the result was annulled by Romania's top court after security services uncovered a disinformation campaign to promote Georgescu on social media, an effort widely blamed on Russia, which it denies.
This candidate's campaign was supported by a state foreign to Romanians' interests.
Analysts say Russia is interfering in European democracy, but the picture is more complex.
I would always emphasize the local vulnerabilities. The fact that sometimes you have this kind of gap between the elite and the population. And sometimes Russia is just trying to make those gaps wider.
The elections have played out against the backdrop of brutal armed conflict in Ukraine following Russia's 2022 invasion. Analysts say that conflict and Europe's response continue to influence European politics and voters. Henry Ridgwell, VOA News.